Hello, Fred here. I want to welcome all the members of the Secret Silver Stacking Society. Just coming back to you guys with another video. In my last video, I talked about getting a few Britannias, which I got. And the crazy thing is, silver kind of jumped up quite a bit, 27.50 somewhere around there. Per ounce spot price, per troy ounce. And, I'm not sure if it's going to keep going up next week or if it's going to get slammed down. Are we on the verge of inflation? Will we get another stimulus? These are all questions I'm not sure of. Some people say unemployment numbers were a little bit depressing. Maybe we could do better. I'm not sure if that's a goal of the administration, trying to do better with the unemployment numbers. But, it's just a matter of political willpower, Do they have the will to make any changes? Now, in my last video, a lot of people were thumbs down. They didn't like it, and that's okay. That's all right. Hey, thumbs up, thumbs down. Hey, at least you guys are interacting with the video, so I'm happy about that. I know a lot of people believe in no stimulus, and they think, oh, if we don't get stimulus, that's going to save America. America's already on a slippery slope, and the best thing you can do is save yourself. Now, a check from the government, that's just helping me save myself more, because I'm going to use that check to invest and get more money. It's like a seed. Every dollar that you put into investing grows into a tree, and the tree produces fruit. You get the seeds from the fruit, and you plant more trees, and the process continues and continues. I remember a story from The Richest Man in Babylon, and I am paraphrasing, but there was a time when the guy, I think it was Arcad or something like that, was talking to another guy who wanted to be rich. So the first time he tries to invest, he, ends up losing all his money because he believes one guy who didn't really specialize in the sale of jewelry, I think it was like maybe not a blacksmith, like a brick maker or something like that, said he could help the other guy make a lot of money, and because he knows how to get jewelry. Well, it turns out he wasn't an expert in jewelry, and he got sold pieces of colorful glass instead of rare jewels. So he had to start all over again, saving up money to invest. And he learned, hey, I need to go talk to an expert, or, listen to an expert in terms of investing, so I can learn how to get a legitimate return and protect my money from potential pitfalls that I may not know or may not see. So he gets into a good investment, and as soon as he gets a return, he spends his return. Now, that guy, I guess Arcad or whoever, whatever his name is, sits down and tells him, hey, you're slaughtering your investment. You should use your investment, your cash flow, I guess you could say, your positive cash flow, and reinvest it into another investment. And then once that secondary investment makes money, you can use that money, and I think it's an older version of having multiple streams of income. It's an older example of that. It's an example of having multiple assets that generate multiple sources of income. I think it breaks down passive income. And, for those of you who haven't read the book, The Richest Man, I think it's The Richest Man in Babylon or Richest Man from Babylon or something like that. I think it's The Richest Man in Babylon. I'm sorry, I don't have my library of books with me. I'd give you the exact title. But look for The Richest Man in Babylon. I think that should be it. But it's a great book. I highly recommend you reading that book. There's a lot of takeaways from it. Um, so I think for most of us, we have to get rich slow. And that is what a lot of us have to do. You know, a lot of people want to gamble, and there are people that are gambling right now. And I'm not saying you can't get fantastic returns. Um, I was able to buy some coins once for $3 and sell them for $700. So it is possible, but I had skills. I had a network. I had people I could, actually, one outlet I could sell my coins to, a trusted outlet. Um, I found a system, a way to get coins for very cheap. And, I made hundreds of dollars off of $3. How often do you do that? Now, unfortunately, I just went, well, I guess not really unfortunately, but I bought a bunch of silver with that $700 worth of gold coins that I got or that I sold, and it's fine, and I spent a little bit on video games and things like that, but I did get some silver. Um, so reality of it is, it's possible, but usually it takes a lot of knowledge to get those type of returns that you hear about. Robert Kiyosaki talks about an infinite return, and I've been reading some of his books and you know articles and things like that from his Rich Dad website. And infinite return. I think he's coming out with a book soon that's going to be about infinite returns, and he talks about using debt, getting a return on the debt that he uses, and technically it's infinite because it's not any of his money. And that's like the highest level of investing, when you're able to take debt, get a good return on the debt, have the investment pay off the debt that you got into while you're still getting passive income, because it's infinite. It's like making money out of thin air. So I'm not at that point yet. I've done a lot of research for years, and right now I'm just putting a little bit of my money into different asset classes, and hopefully one day I get to the point where I'm able to take debt, and I'm comfortable with taking the risk of the debt, and invest in real estate, get a fair return, an infinite return that pays off the debt that I got into. Also, I get equity off the property, and also positive cash flow. So that's the plan. Eventually to get to that point. But in the meantime, I'm just stockpiling some cash and buying just little bits of silver here and there, little small amount. When I say little bits, I mean small amounts of coins. 3 coins there, 3 coins here. Maybe a few a month or something like that. Not like I was before, like 10 or 20 getting a roll of, Britannias, or maybe not Britannias, but Cougarans and all that other stuff. I'm not doing that anymore. I have a lot of silver, and usually, on these smaller swings, it makes thousands of dollars. So, I could lose thousands too on the down swings, but I can make thousands on the upswing. That's when you have a lot of silver. When it moves $1 and whoop, you got a couple grand in value. Or, well, I shouldn't say value. Well, it's kind of value. But I don't know if we're hitting inflation. I mean, there's evidence of it. There's evidence of some food shortages in certain industries and things like that. But we're just gonna have to keep an open eye. I think we're still dealing with the after effects of the pandemic. That's why I talked about people who are underemployed, like myself, people who are still unemployed, people who are, even with the eviction moratorium, still some people are getting evicted on technicalities. You know, majority aren't. The ones that are behind, I believe it's 1 in 5 Americans are behind on their rent. But there's government money out there to help businesses that own property. So I don't want people to think, oh, they're not paying their rent, so the property man or the property owner isn't getting any money. Well, in some cases, as long as they own it in a business, they get government money and government assistance. So, you know, these are difficult times. I hope we can come together. I hope we can help the underemployed, and I hope we can help the unemployed, and I hope we can help the poor, because these are the people that have been hit the most. And I think we need to be empathetic and understanding when it comes to people in these categories. A lot of people will say, well, you're giving a handout. Like I said, it's not a handout, it's a hand up. And I just hope there's ways and means for us to help these people. So, you know, and there, you know, I'm open to different ideas. It doesn't have to be just a stimulus. It could be other things. So, I'm very open to different ideas. All right, guys. Well, this is Fred here. I know it's been a long video. I kind of said a choppy story from The Richest Man in Babylon, but I recommend reading that book. I know I've talked about it in the past. It's a great book. One day I'll reread it and, you know, glean some more bits of wisdom from it. Okay, I just want to say thank you all for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I want to say that just 15 ounces to your name puts you 99% ahead of the game, as Silver 5150 says. And just 15 ounces to your name makes you a member of the secret Silver Stacking Society. All right, see you guys in the next video. Take care.